Don't think it went live.
Oh no!
Let's try that again. I pressed the button. I don't know what happened. All right, let's try that again. Take two.
Lol.
Ladies and gentlemen, big hairy news.
Hey, kia ora back to Big Hairy News. I don't know what happened. I went, cool, we're good to go. And then I looked up and I see go
Yeah,
live.
no, I
and it
saw
says
that too.
schedule. Okay, so it wasn't just me.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, StreamYard lied to us.
Okay.
We were not drinking. StreamYard absolutely gaslit the hell out of us.
It did.
But as Cyber Goblin said, we've had one intro, but what about second intro? So, you know.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. And then, I looked at something and it said that there was a connection issue. So I was like, okay. Oh, well. Hello. Welcome to the show. Again. If you watch the live, you get an extra intro. Lucky you. I hope everyone's Friday's going well. How was your Friday, Magenta?
Oh, it was a bit of a pain in the ass. Had to try go to the bus depot to get flatmate's phone, but turns out the depot closed like a whole hour and a half earlier than we got there. So that was fun. But, got some groceries done. Had a bit of a walk. That was nice. How about you?
Nice. I went to the library today and I tried out the embroidery machine.
What? At the library?
Yeah. Christchurch City Libraries all have like creative stations, and you can they've got like 3D printers, sewing machines, embroidery machines, full-on AV studio, laser cutting, like everything under the sun, and it's all free. You just go and use them. Which is great. So
that's awesome.
I got to learn how to use an embroidery machine, and it was infuriating.
Are you going to start embroidering some BHN stuff, are you?
It wasn't my intention, but someone put the idea in my head. So, and Christmas is coming, so you never know.
Right.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So today's a fun show. We've got a guest joining us in a second, and we've got two stories. Couldn't find anything positive again, but we do have memes that will keep us, will liven up the show. There's many things we can be angry about today, unfortunately. But there are some good things that we can also celebrate in between. Before we get into our first guest who's coming on, our one and only guest who's coming on, I'd like to say thank you to our people that I totally set this up before, to our patrons who make the show possible throughout the week, and then us here on Friday, plus all of the awesome podcasts we've been able to put on the Big Hairy Network, including Craig's and Gary's, and soon to be Tanya's as well.
Hell yeah.
So if you want to become a patron, go to patreon.com/BigHairyNews, and you can support us that way, or you can support us by super chats, or you can just support us by showing up and watching all of the good
things. Sharing is always good.
Sharing is always caring. Or you can go to the BHN store, in which you can get some merch with some Chewie foo-foos. The boys.
I'm not on merch right now.
Buffers, which we haven't had any buffer updates, but we've always got our Tino Rangatira Tanga, which is cool. A few other ones, all our stickers, and soon to come the 4-host grid.
Hell yeah, I love sneak peek of. Right? It looks so good. I can't wait for that one.
And we also have a website. BHN.NZ,
Yeah.
in which you can find all the links to
And the
everything you
Discord.
need. And the Discord.
It's the easiest way to get there, guys.
Discord.
Everyone always says, I can't find the Discord. Go to the website. It's right there.
No excuses now, guys. No excuses.
Exactly.
Right, let's jump in. So, we've got Hana from Action Station joining us to talk about Dental for All, the roadshow. So, please say a big welcome to Hana. Hello.
Kia ora. Thanks for having me.
That's all right. Thanks for coming on. So, Dental for All, this is a Action Station campaign. You guys are about to head on a bit of a roadshow, touring the motu. What's going on? What exciting things have you got coming up?
Yeah, so we're campaigning for dental care for adults to be free, for it to be, part of our public health system, and also for our oral health system to be consistent with Te Tiriti o Waitangi. But yeah, we're just about to go on a big road trip, 3 big road trips, to hold community events all over the country. We're starting here in Te Whanganui, Tara, where I'm based. But yeah, we're heading all over the motu between now and October, and we're holding panel events, community hui, free dental days in some places. We're having market stalls. So yeah, we're really excited to be taking the Dental for All kaupapa around the country. And build relationships in different places, and hopefully set up some local organising groups to carry the Dental for All campaign forward in each place as well in the future. So yeah, that's a bit of what we're getting into.
Very, very cool. So how did it all start? Is this something that's been going on for quite a while, or is it you finally getting some traction, or was it something that's been long in the making?
Yeah, the Dental for All campaign's been going for a few years. I've just been involved for about the past year since starting at Action Station. But yeah, a group first started forming, I think, around 2022, and that was a mix of campaigners, like including some people from Action Station, oral health workers, Māori dental associations, Te Ao Marama, some unions, so sort of a mix of people across different spaces. Oh yeah, of course, Auckland Action Against Poverty and Auckland City Mission as well in those early stages. So those are some of the people involved with, I guess, forming the campaign. And yeah, all of those groups are still part of our coalition that I guess are closely involved. So yeah, the sort of group of people started meeting together and talking about what could be done to address obviously really significant issues with people not being able to access dental care because it's excluded from our public health system in Aotearoa. And that sort of led to, I guess, the campaign demands we have. But yeah, since then there's been lots of mahi research reports. You might remember that at the last election, dental became sort of a key issue that was discussed, and a few parties had different proposals to extend access to free dental care for adults, which was really great. So we're hoping to see, even better at the next election and continue to build up the people power to make that happen, make that a really obvious choice going forward.
Yeah, so obviously I think most of us are quite familiar with the Greens, I was going to say Green New Deal, that's not correct, the Greens alternative budget that they put out.
Yes.
And they are also campaigning for Dental for All. So is it sort of a thing that you guys have been campaigning for a long time on this and got all of the people together and it's the parties are finally catching up to you guys as opposed to the other way around, right?
I mean, I would like to think so. It's really good that it's been getting more attention. The campaign has been going for a few years, and there was a lot of work that went into making dental a high priority at the last election, and it's really good to see that Greens, and as well as Te Pāti Māori and Labour to some extent have responded to that coming up as an important issue, and hopefully we'll see follow through with ambitious, bold policies at the next election. It's kind of, it's a bit of a no-brainer and it already has majority support. I think it's 7 out of 10 in the last polling we did, 7 out of 10 New Zealand adults support bringing dental into the public health system. So it's all laid out for them to follow through on.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I liked one of the reports was, I can't remember what it's called. It was what was it? Tooth something? It was it was a pun.
Yeah. Truth Be Told is the report that ASMS put out, I think, is that
Truth be
2023?
told.
Yeah.
It's very
Sort of
cool.
laid out, the case for universal dental care. There's
Yeah.
so many puns, so many opportunities for puns when you're campaigning on dental, as you might be able to imagine.
Yeah. So with the roadshow coming up, like what is your hope is that you can, I suppose if, you're saying 7 out of 10, roughly 70% of people are saying they want adult free dental care. Is the idea to get more people on board with that idea, or is it the roadshow more about just a space or a time to gather the people in the specific communities around the motu?
Yeah, we are hoping to build more support and have more awareness about the issue in general. But as you say, because there is already a lot of support, and so I guess we want to draw that out, engage people with the campaign. I think a lot of it is about, I guess, showing to people that this is possible, because people might, agree that things aren't good as they are, but don't necessarily realize that they can be part of making it better. And I think it is like absolutely politically feasible that we could have some really significant shifts in our dental system. We're hoping particularly through the face-to-face organizing, relationship building, having conversations with people in different places, that we're able to build up a stronger movement. That will be an unstoppable force that can't be ignored, advocating for this. I also think that campaigning for something like Dental for All is a really good opportunity to just broaden our political imagination a bit. And obviously in the midst of a whole lot of horrific things from this government, it's really helpful in some ways to work towards something that is ambitious and hopeful, and actually practice imagining that and practice keeping up our ambition, alongside of the obviously important parts of defending against what we currently have and defending against the current attacks. So I think that's another side of this, is I guess through having conversations about Dental for All, we're also having conversations about public services, universal public services, how those systems can uphold Te Tiriti o Waitangi, and bringing people into something that they feel excited to be part of. That's some of the hopes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Before you jump in, Magenta, I'm sure you've got some questions as well. Speaking of being hopeful and imagining, is there an opposing force in this? Because I think most of us are the costs of dental are very expensive. But I did see that you've got unions in the dental healthcare sector that are obviously on board. So is there any pushback from sort of the private sector at all, or it's just they all want to see healthcare publicized for everyone?
Yeah, it's pretty mixed. I mean, a lot of people in the oral health sector, and I guess, as you can imagine, a lot of the people that we end up interacting with more closely, they're really passionate, and there's a lot of people who are working quite hard at the local level to improve access in different ways, but there's just not really the wider structural support. It's not a funding priority. There's not even much data collection to even really understand what's going on. So it's a really hard space for a lot of people to be working in, where there's just an absence of attention or care from the government on it. But it is mixed. I mean, at the moment, almost all adult dental care is privatized, and so there's heaps of different business owners that will have their different political opinions, and I think from some it is perceived as a threat because I guess the sector has been the way it is for so long. And in the past few years in particular, there's finally this sort of increased public attention, political attention on why it is that way and why is it excluded from the public health system, which are really reasonable questions for us to be asking, but it is a disruption to the status quo. I think it's we really value the oral health workers, especially the Māori Dental Association. Some of the researchers we work with are just the campaign wouldn't be what it is without them. But I also think it's really important that we're bringing in, I guess, a community voice, a public patient voice to this, because these decisions affect all of us and everyone's health and well-being. They shouldn't just be decisions that are driven by those who like own businesses in the dental sector, say. So I think that's part of what we're trying to do as well, is broaden who gets to have a say and influence dental policy.
Yeah, for sure. Magenta, any questions you want to ask?
Yeah, actually, I was just kind of looking at your guys' website, and it seems like there's a lot of really good data and research that's being done. At these road shows, are you guys going to be kind of finding ways to actually highlight, some of the more health and economic, costs that we are saving by, fixing people's teeth? I mean, I can see in here, they've even got the costs to cardiovascular disease. So like, it seems like there's quite a lot of good data. So yeah, will you guys basically been trying to communicate that on these roadshows?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we've had some amazing research released by various people, not myself, but yeah, I think the report you're referring to, which we released last year, looks at the costs of the current system, so the cost of adults not being able to access dental care because they can't afford it, and that, the costs on the rest of our health system, on lost productivity, on quality of life, like far exceed the costs of funding free dental care, and so that's a pretty compelling argument. Although we shouldn't have to only make that argument when we're talking about like basic healthcare that everyone should have access to, but yeah, we definitely do want to share that research around because I think it just makes it as such an obvious case. Yeah, and also the report we released earlier this year, I Didn't Want to Smile, highlights stories of lived experience with struggling to access dental care. And yeah, I'd really encourage people to have a look at that research if they're interested, because the stories really speak for themselves. And it's kind of they haven't really been told. Like, it's like nearly half of New Zealand adults have unmet dental need because of the cost. So it's nearly half of New Zealanders who have some struggle with this. And as you can imagine, it's the groups that are already marginalised in different ways that struggle with access even more. But it hasn't really been, I guess, highlighted and treated as the massive issue as it is, up until the past few years. So yeah, I think we do want to share those stories and equip people with, I guess, understanding things at a deep level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do think a lot of people don't truly understand that it is really just a health overall issue. I know a lot of people that obviously in our chat are aware of this, that there are a lot of health associated issues that go along with bad oral health. And I mean, especially if you didn't grow up with enough money to maybe also maintain your teeth by the time you're an adult, you're sitting there going, cool. I have had to end up just removing teeth because it was cheaper than trying to fix them, and I didn't have the money to fix them. And I don't, you can never get those teeth back. I also think our chat has some good marketing there for you. Free dental is the only drill, baby, drill I support. So there you go. Maybe add that into the memes. Yeah, write it down.
Very, very cool. Also, I just wanted to point out, so you're saying this one was one of your guys' reports, was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on behalf of whoever I'm a designer, so this is like my jam, but honestly, this is the best thing I've seen for a while.
Anastasia, yes, managed to make a dental campaign look so fun and fresh and cool. We love it.
It's amazing. I think you've done a really good job about, having something that people are attracted to and want to learn more, which is very good. Or those sorts of things obviously very helpful when you're trying to do these sorts of things in somewhat not sad topics, but I like the idea of broadening our imagination of what could be, and I think that campaign's done a really good job with visualizing that as well. Was there any other questions from you? Oh yeah,
this was the specific report I was looking at. That isn't as pretty, but it has all very good numbers. We like good data and numbers. So I mean, just even there, loss of productivity, 5 billion. That's a lot of nurses' wages and back office staff wages there that could be made. It's a lot of money that we could potentially benefit from. So I really hope that, and obviously with the greens, like, do you guys at all like plan to, coordinate stuff with the Greens going like a little bit further, since there's kind of aligning of kaupapa?
Yeah, we definitely, I mean, I guess we want to create provide the evidence base, create the public support and public accountability, that enables the Greens to follow through with a really strong policy, and highly prioritize that, like thinking about even in coalition agreements that this is, that we've created the environment so that, because I mean, I think within other parties as well and within the sector, there's people who support this in theory, but it's just sort of been in the too hard basket, or there hasn't really been the political will for it. And so that's really what our focus is. And I really think it's possible.
Yes,
No,
as
that's
do we. We're hopeful that things will change for all of our teeths, our tooths. So what's from your end? Obviously, you've got your Dental for All website, which has got some fantastic stuff on it, and gives the dates and where you are. Is there any other place that would be good to point people towards, like would be Facebook, or you can go
so
TikTok?
That actually goes to Action Station's TikTok, to be honest, which we need to use more. But also go follow Action Station's TikTok. It'll encourage us that we should actually make sure TikTok. Too many millennial campaigners to really use TikTok. But yeah, we're Dental for All Aotearoa on Facebook and Dental for All NZ on Instagram. So yeah, definitely follow us. And on the website there, if you just scroll down, there's like an interactive map and list of events and stuff. So we currently have event details up for our first roadshow trip that's starting in Te Whanganui-a-Tara, heading up the west coast of North Island. And then following that, we'll be releasing all of our event details for our following 2 trips. So if you sign up to those, then you'll get updates from us as well, and we'll let you know when we're coming through. There's also a link on the website where you can sign up to our mailing list. I think it's under Take Action, but that link's all over the place.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but also if anyone's interested in getting involved, like whether it's helping put posters up in your community to let people know about the event that's coming up, or if you're interested in helping out in some other ways, definitely just get in touch, flick us a message on socials, or we're definitely keen to connect with anyone who's passionate about this.
Wonderful. And I'm sure there are people who, we always find someone who's got a connection to what we're talking about. So if there's anyone in the chat, you know where to go. Yeah.
Or just if you want to help Action Station, go send those emails.
Yes. Doing some amazing stuff for us. Really appreciate it. Was there any other questions from you, Magenta?
No, I think we covered
everything. Wonderful. Oh, I really appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad we could get the word out there for you. And if anything you do want us to share, just let us know, and we can always remind people what's happening and where.
Thanks so much for having me.
No worries. And enjoy your Friday night.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us on Friday night.
Of course. Thank you. Yeah. That was Hana from Action Station on the Dental for All roadshow that is coming to a town or a city near you over the next August to October, the next 2 to 3 months. This is pretty cool stuff. It's nice to see. Obviously, I would say that these guys are. And Hana did say that they were leading the charge on this, and they have some fantastic people behind them. But it's nice to see that it's. I think even on the website, I remember I was reading that even New Zealand First at the last campaign had a dental dental care for adults plan, expanding it to my brain was reading and I was saying things all the way up to 18 and including 18 and 25-year-olds. So plus of course, because it's Winnie's party, community service card holders and super cold card holders as well. So that's cool to see. That it's not just a Greens thing, although I think they've been quite loud and proud about it, which is fantastic. But it'd be cool to see to get the other lefties on there as well, which I'm sure that they do have policies. The big one is Labour, and I think it's being bold enough to say that yes, we can, and here's how we're going to do it, because obviously increasing our healthcare costs, or what budget we need to, to meet that dental for all, is quite costly, and it's an easy way that the other side of the aisle can attack them and call them out for fiscal irresponsibility. It's not quite.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, the alternative budget, as we've talked about before, it's outlined it here, We are able to afford to do free annual checkups and basic dental care, such as fillings and sealants, mobile dental vans, community dental clinics, and funding for portable clinics, which can be set up in places such as marae and community centres, specialist care for people when they're in significant pain, require oral surgery, or need complex treatment, and funding for by Māori for Māori. I think this would be by Māori for community and whānau oral health services. And they've even got all of, the numbers, the data, the fun things that we love.
Yeah,
it's all
just
possible. We can't let them tell us that it's not.
Yes. So some cool stuff, and I agree. It's nice to imagine and be hopeful, and I hope the roadshow goes really well. And if there is something in your area, go and support them. I think they said they're going to do panels and stuff too. So arm yourselves with knowledge and numbers, I think, is the big one. And
absolutely. I mean, even if you can't go to them, just share the information, whatever you can do.
Yeah. All right. I guess it's time for memes then, is it?
Well, since we were going to start out doing our beginning of the week, what's happened in memes, so we'll do that now. Since obviously we had more important things to do at the beginning. I changed the name because meme review didn't make sense. That's going to be what we do at the end of the year. So we're going TLDR, or weekend memes. We got brown plasters used on healthcare workers across the Motu. Yes, so
I
good.
follow them on Blue Sky, and there's a few comic artists, and I'm like, that was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah. There is no voter suppression in Aotearoa. I love this just twist on this meme. If you're investigating sex crimes and someone says stop, that's the person doing the sex crimes. If you didn't understand what that was about, that's just the Epstein Trump stuff.
Yeah. No, it took me a second to interpret that.
But Hamas, everyone in Gaza is starving. What's happening right now in Gaza is a man-made famine. Simple, easy. Someone shared this one in relation to old Luxon at the nipple. Smithers, are they booing me? No, they're saying booze. Excuse me, I need to speak to the manager of South Park. Which I'm sure he is trying. Oh, I doubled that one up. Lol. Oh, this was from Reddit. So 47,300 Kiwis permanently moved to Australia last year. So ACT quickly deleted this 2023 message from their website. And it's, if earning more in Australia doesn't drive people away from New Zealand, it's possible that out-of-control criminals being divided by ethnicity or failing education and healthcare systems will. Check out ACT's alternative budget, a time for truth for our solutions. And then it says last year, 28,000 people permanently moved to Australia. We risk people being our greatest export. Oh, how the irony irons. And then tries to hide its fucking evidence. But thankfully, people on the internet are able to very easily find this shit. And this was I just thought these comments on Discord were really funny. So, and they also summed up some of the week. Just we get an FBI base and surprise tariffs, and 26% increase in company liquidations year on year. Do tell me more about how National Party is better for business. Yeah. So
Surprise!
that's been the week. That's been the week.
Surprise! Here's your tariff.
Right?
The thing I was reading was our government having to by Cash Patel. I can't believe he was in the country. The fuckwit.
Yeah.
When he was blaming it was, oh no, we're here because of China, we're here to help, make sure there's no transnational spying and criminality, blah, blah, blah. And then our government was like, no, we don't have a problem with China. No, that's the US saying that. That's not why they're here.
Right.
We like China. China are our friends. So I find it very funny. We have a weird relationship with China, that's for sure. Yeah. But
I mean,
no,
yeah. We've got a weird relationship with America too. Look at them. They're not exactly fucking like they try to go, "Ooh, China, CCP, so evil and bad." But you know what? That's the bad people telling us that they're also the bad people. So I don't know if I trust them as much. I'm
Yes, I
not
think
saying the
everyone's gotten on
CCP are
to-
good people, but my God.
Yeah. Was it pot calling the kettle black? Something like
Yeah,
that?
pretty much.
Pretty much. Well, do you want to go into our big story of the night?
Let's
Actually, no, before we do that,
yeah, let's get it. What? No.
before we do that, let me tell you a little something. I actually haven't seen the boys' shows from earlier in the week. I'm sorry, but I assume that they talked about Moana's interview with Winnie.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
Okay, I was about to say, there's no way I missed.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Nah,
I
they
did miss
did,
it,
they
but
did,
there's
they
no
did.
way they missed that.
Nah, yeah, it was good.
But I was watching it just before the show, and like within the first 5 minutes, my husband just looked at me and he's like, "Is this satire?" Just because the way it was like cut, you have Winnie who's like as stiff as a block, like he's Nathan Fielding sitting at like the manager's table or something. And then Moana's asked, like Moana is Moana, being Moana, which does a fantastic job of being very chill and casual and like breaking through the bullshit. And then they had this weird shot of the two of them facing each other. Winnie's like stiff as a brick, and she's just like sitting there like, I'm going to ask you questions. And I don't know, it was something weird about it. It was so uncomfortable to watch. It was just weird. And he's so senile and childlike. And I loved every time that she was like, "No, I'm praising you. Like, I'm saying great work." And then he's like, "No, thank you." And I'm like, what the fuck? You're treating him like a child. You have to treat him like a child. Because clearly otherwise he goes, "Oh, journalist, blah, 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 blah." And they're like, no, I'm saying you did a good job. Oh, well, carry on then.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair,
What
the
was that?
Alzheimer's is very clear. Like the cognitive decline is declining so fucking hard at a rate that it's like, should we really have someone with this level of cognitive decline in a position where they're like, I don't know, responsible for like our international foreign like affairs? Like, come on.
Yeah, but he's weird. He has those moments where you're just like,
Oh yeah,
he's
he
kind
has
of onto
clarity
it.
moments.
And then it's like, oh, no, he doesn't. It's almost like I reckon he leaves the country and it's like a cloud. the land is a long white cloud. He just goes, oh, my brain's come back. But it's probably because he's done that job for such a long time that it probably is second nature to him that even if he's declining, he can kind of navigate that. He's also probably going to his other geriatric colleagues who are also 80-year-olds in foreign affairs. So... he's hanging out with his people, Trump and the others that are also 80-year-olds. But yeah, what a weird interview.
Someone's trying to say he's not. No, he is in decline. Like I've remembered him. I've watched him my whole life in politics. This is different. This is like when I've seen elderly people around me in this cognitive decline. And it sucks because you watch them become really mean people. They start to actually lash out at the people that they care about and love. And the way that he lashes out is very, very much reminiscent of that. But also just in terms of like the whole Moan and that like position, I think this is where for me, I find that you would never get an interview like this that wasn't done by Māori with Māori, because this is a kind of way that, unfortunately, white people have just always been a little more, well, it's that individualist, collectivist, we got different ways of being and doing. And, I think in collectivist, there's, especially in like Māori culture, there's a lot more, I guess, room to have that bit of back and forth in a bit more of an actual direct way versus the more common passive aggressive, let's not talk about this but do actions that very clearly show you're in a mad position but are not direct. It's very much like, to me, that was where it was like she was just the auntie that was just like, what the fuck, man, like, what's up, like, this doesn't make sense, make it make sense.
No, she's fantastic. She really does not I want to say hold herself to the standard, but that's not what I mean. I mean more so like she doesn't follow the rule book that everyone else has set of like, I say a question, I ask, and then you respond, and then I let you respond, and then it's not that. It's like, hang on, no, I'm cutting you off.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to call you out, as opposed to interjecting, but more so like we're having a discussion here, and it's really, she wasn't
playing into any of his bullshit. She wasn't trying to let him get away with all these, straw mans and trying to get out of it by just being like, blah, 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 blah.
But I did feel like she really had to treat him like a child.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean,
she was
dancing that line.
Yeah. It was just weird of like, no, I'm praising you. Like, and just that little like, did he get, that's weird.
Well, yeah, he loves it. He's always been a man of ego, and that ego loves being stroked. It's the only thing that can get stroked these days.
Anyways, carrying on to the next story.
That's a great image, and everybody see, I'm aphantasic. I don't see it.
No. Oh,
so
lucky for
you guys.
Right. Well, the big story, at least for me today, was the documents behind the pay equities, the scrapping of pay equity, and the reforming of the Equal Pay Act was released today, and no one's surprised, I think, with what they found. I think we all knew what they found, which is that they kept it secret. But I want to look at some of the specifics because I think it really shows how bad it was, and how much they really tried to keep this under wraps to the point where it just, not corruption, but it feels wrong. Like, I get keeping things secret for the sake of national security, for, I guess, business interests, but even then I'm like, this is our government, this is our money, and business interests can go fuck themselves. But this just feels like just way too far to keep this under wraps. Yes, corruption. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure. I was like, but I guess it is corruption. So little Brooke Van V back in the news today.
Everyone's favorite.
RNZ had a bit of a chat with one of the people who had done. Apparently, they just MBIE just dumped a bunch of documents and was like, "Here you go. Here's everything you want to need. If to go through." And so he kind of breaks down what they found essentially, and I'll just get us to a little bit further, so we all know what's going on. And can you hear it? Oh, that's right. I got a new little thing I can do.
Ooh, we got new features. Keyboard. No, this one. Hey, and then you guys should be able to hear this, right?
Me now. Kia ora.
Except I can't hear it.
Oh, no.
Wait, hang on.
One moment, please.
Sorry, now I can't even Magenta. Okay, can you hear it?
Kia ora, Giles.
Yes,
Tell me about this. Why all the secrecy?
Yeah, well, so you'll remember that when the pay equity changes were announced in May, it caught everybody off guard. And then no sooner were they announced that the bill was introduced that it all passed under urgency. And this was all done because the government wanted to prevent a surge in claims in case anyone caught wind of that changes might be coming, and so the claims could be sort of passed under the existing legislation. So documents that have come out under the Official Information Act by our colleague Kirsty Johnson have sort of revealed the communication strategies that were happening behind the scenes to prevent any information getting out, including a sort of preference for soft copies. So rather than people emailing each other about potential changes or any communications, that hard copies, pieces of paper, were being dropped off from office to office. They just didn't want to leave any footprint that this might be coming, to prevent any of those claims coming. This was referred to as Project 10, which sounds rather ominous, but yeah, it was all just so that word couldn't get out, because obviously when that legislation came through, it immediately halted 33 claims.
Yeah. So soft. What do they call it? Soft. Oh, I missed what he said now. Soft. I don't know. Basically, not leaving a digital footprint, which is just pretty revealing in of itself.
Fucking shady as shit.
Yeah, very much so. I'm gonna read a few. I'm gonna read a few quotes from this because this is kind of funny. One of these two. Which one are you? One email from Minister Brooke Van Velden's office instructed officials to manually remove digital access to cabinet papers, warning that leaving the default settings in place will give access to ministers, but also SPSs, which is senior private secretaries, and some ministerial advisors. Those are all parliamentary staff, but whatever. So you might want to remove that, and we can add individual named ministers instead. Another memo described how hard copies were hand-delivered to ministers' offices to avoid creating digital trails. If you really need a soft copy, I can email it through, wrote an official from the Office of Minister for Workplace Relations and Safety, Brooke Van Velden, and then in brackets wrote, for context, I swear I'm not being weirdly difficult. This was the method of distribution that has been advised.
Wow. Fucking hell.
If you have to put that on an email, that's
just shady, weird shit. Also, I mean, leaving no evidence for the OIAs because they know that we're finally utilizing the tools of democracy. Every time we start using a tool of democracy, they start attacking it. Ah! Oh,
yeah.
I hate this. I fucking hate this.
The other part to this as well talks about wait, hang on. Should I do this first or the other one? Hold caller. My notes are fantastic, guys. My notes are so good. There's a small bit here, but this won't surprise bloody anyone. Brooke Van Velden on the side of the employer, not the employees.
Word couldn't get out, because obviously when that legislation came through, it immediately halted 33 claims, set a new criteria that they would have to meet in order to go through. It was also sort of noted that it could, that the acknowledgement that it would be contentious and it may engage the Bill of Rights. Documents have also shown that Brooke Van Velden sort of knew that. She acknowledged that it could break the Bill of Rights, but it was justified in order to lower the risk for employers, because
justified because it would lower the risk for employers. Even though it is skirting the Bill of Rights, or, what do you call it?
They don't give a fuck about the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean...
There's more to that particular bit too, which is... it's kind of funny in a weird way, but you might not find it funny.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find some way to fucking laugh through this. Hey, guys. Yeah, look, there we go. Van Velden is a total cunt. That made me feel better. Thank you, Dot. I needed that.
So talking about better for the employers, which this is, for the most part, this is the government, right? The ministries under the government. One While the current pay equity process does require agencies to seek a bargaining contingency prior to the bargaining phase, this occurs late in the process, and many of the potential parameters for settlement are already largely agreed between the parties, officials said. The absence of financial incentives during the pre-bargaining phase may have contributed to agencies adopting approaches which exceed the minimum requirements for the Equal Pay Act, for example, agreeing to a higher paid comparators when lower paid ones would have been appropriate. In other words, they changed it also so that they could offer and bargain the employers the bare minimum.
Of course.
Instead of probably going with a number that they thought was fair and appropriate based on maybe industry standards or whatever. And that means that the workers got more money, which might be $1, 30 cents. I don't know. It could be a small amount. It could be a large amount. Doesn't matter. If that's what they're worth to the employer and the employer can afford that and they're happy with that money, then that, like, it shouldn't be up to the workers to put that number forward. It's like a house, right? You're buying a house. You don't want the other side to know what you can afford.
Yeah.
Right? You want to... Well, that you can afford more, sorry, for example. Yeah. Probably is more correct, right? If you're saying, well, actually, I've got 200, this is terrible. Don't use these numbers because it's what we see. Yeah, you don't want to be like, well, I can afford 200,000. This is not the price of a house, obviously. It's just the number that can't be. I can afford 200,000. But I don't want them to know that because I don't want to buy it for 200,000. I want to buy it for 150,000. But if they know that I can afford, then they'll go, oh, yeah, well, it costs 200,000. And you go, well, I don't want to spend that extra 50K because it's not worth that much. So it's the same, right? You don't want to know. It's not fair that the workers have to put, well, we'd be fine with this amount. And they go, oh, okay, cool, done.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the same way that with the abuse and state care, with the amount of money that they were going to cap, them being able to apply for. And this is, egregious, horrific abuse that has left lifelong scars and trauma that honestly probably no amount of money could ever really make up for.
Yeah.
I mean, not surprised that they're just like, hey guys, just try to do the bare minimum. Like, that's what this fucking capitalism system does. Just what's the bare fucking minimum we can do?
So we're going to change it so that it's in the employer's favour so that they don't have to spend more than they have to when they probably were willing to spend more because that's what people are worth. So it's not about what people are worth at that point. It's just about money. It's about keeping costs as low as you can and exploiting people for as much as you can. It's just...
Who you've already fucked over with the changes to KiwiSaver and a bunch of other fucking things.
The list goes
Assuming
on.
they still have jobs and they haven't been one of the many thousands that are now unemployed.
The last little bit that I'll read out because I think this also just continues with the same shit we keep seeing. MBIE acknowledged the transitional provisions would be contentious, but without them, it was unlikely the amendments would meet the policy objective of ensuring the regime achieves pay equity whilst better managing claims and ensuring costs are related to sex-based differences in remunerations. The legal risks remained redacted, and the bill had no regulatory impact statement.
Of course it didn't.
The thing that sticks out...
They won't pay attention.
That's true. Why waste someone's money, someone's time, and waste the government's money on something so important? The thing that sticks out to me is essentially, if I'm reading this correctly, is essentially saying that the transitional provisions that they then changed, right? They said, okay, so now you've got to meet this threshold, and now it's this and this and this, so all of you have to reapply again. I am reading that those are only in there to make it legal. And if it wasn't a requirement to make it legal, they wouldn't even got in that.
Yeah, absolutely. They would have gone to the absolute barest minimum they could get away with.
I mean, they did, but still, like, they literally just went, this is the absolute bare minimum, but this is what we have to do to make it legal, so I mean, we still get a win, right? Yeah. So it's pretty disgusting. And I don't think anyone's surprised, but it's like Brooke Velden is the epitome of, she is misogyny personified.
She's a femcel.
She's a femcel. I can't think, in my personal opinion, I can't think of a woman who hates women more than this woman.
I mean, there's a lot of internalized, misogyny going on there. I mean, as much as I want, like, I feel there's a part of me that feels sorry for her because I really wish that she could see that and learn to, actually understand and break that cognitive dissonance. But at the same time, she's a fucking bitch and she's doing a lot of harmful shit. So get fucked,
I don't understand why you would do that to your own kind. It's not new. It happens all the time, internalized misogyny, internalized homophobia, internalized racism. It's not new, but I can't believe that for someone who's all about liberties and freedom and equity and all this, well, equality, whatever, that she would do this, that benefits women.
Mm-hmm.
And that she'd stand for employers over women's rights. I just do not understand this woman.
That's what her party stands for, though. She has to toe party lines, even if there was somehow a way where she doesn't feel this way. But I don't believe that.
Like, why? Why would you go along with it? It's purely for
honestly,
for your
I feel
career
like sometimes she just needs the bag. Some people are willing to not live their values, or we're giving her too much credit and she is living her values. So,
in which girl needs reprogramming.
Yeah. She needs to probably, I don't know, do some acid in the forest away from everyone for like a week. I don't know. Something. Maybe go to some fucking rave. Get adopted by a bunch of hippies.
You know what? I feel that is exactly it. That is exactly her. Bottled up, middle class, and has never broken loose. I think she is exactly the person that needs to go and find herself in a rainforest with some ayahuasca. And she might come back a completely different person.
Oh, mate.
Or she'd just be crazy and turn out like Winston Peters.
Who knows? I guess we'll see.
It's worth a shot.
We're gonna see, because we're unfortunately, hopefully, gonna be alive to continue to see this. So,
gross.
We'll have to do it. If BHN is around in 10 years, we'll have to do a "Where Are They Now?"
In a forest doing ayahuasca.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Yay, go Brooke Velden. She's going to find herself, and then she's going to come back and she's going to be pro-legalized weed, although I think that party was already pro-legalized weed. Unless they've changed, because, as you can see, they're pretty good at flip-flopping on what they... on the,
for the most part, that one's their typical libertarian stuff on that one.
I mean, they're going to do that to make sure that they've still got the label, right?
Yeah, it's when it comes to the minorities that they get a little, those minorities. They've had it too easy for too long.
Fun times.
Yep, indeed.
I see. We do, and I can also see that your next meme is continuing
that just happened to work out really well. That wasn't even planned, but we just synced it up.
Nice. All right, Kiwi Bird 903 said, "Do the intro again." I hope you all enjoyed that. We had a guest on too.
I know, embarrassing. Shame.
At least I didn't like undo it.
No, yeah,
anyway.
that would have been way worse.
Just like, hi, bye. Kaimatano for $2 says Luxon has weak enamel. He lies through his teeth. Oh, god damn, you guys are smart.
Yeah, we got heaps of teeth puns during the dental for all.
Oh, did we? Maybe I should start. I'll go through
Yeah.
those in a second. The Danger of Mouse for $5 says a friend got her dental care paid for because she is poor. I don't qualify. I don't reach that poor threshold. I can't afford my dental care. Yeah.
Yeah. That's that squeezed middle that never got helped.
We just make it for all. Kaimatano for $2 says emergency dentist name idea. Accidental. I love it.
Always got the puns.
Danger of Mouse again. My father-in-law is on his deathbed. He is being such a see you next Tuesday. It's hard to not take it personally. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and that's exactly
awful.
it. That's where I'm like, there's that again, part of me that feels bad for the old man that's in decline, but the rest of me that says, but you're also a cunt that's fucking shit up. Go fuck yourself. So, duality.
Yeah. Kaimatano again says FBI has been in New Zealand longer than this. In 2004, they intruded in New Zealand through companies like EDS, which brought Xerox, and also brought the New Zealand banking processing company data bank systems. These were obliged to provide personal information of New Zealanders to the FBI when requested by the US government.
Yay!
Are we the baddies?
Always has been. Like I said, our relationship with America and now that I'm older, I'm really starting to fucking question it. Just saying. Burn the fucking whole thing down.
I can only see one tooth-related was Kiwi Birds. What does a dentist call an X-ray? Toothpicks.
Toothpicks. Yeah, I probably didn't star all of them. There was too many.
It's alright. Good. It's good. Righty. Head on to the meme section number 2.
Well, yeah, this one I saw on Facebook. I thought that was pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
But Facebook, oof.
Yeah, I mean, of course it was.
They're eating
Facebook,
themselves.
Right? I go on there every now and then just to see what's going on. What's the difference between A, trans women, B, women? Let the tolerant crowd explain this one. I'll grab popcorn. Trans women have only had to cover their drinks around you since transitioning. Fun fact, just a fun thing to remind everyone, is that when a trans woman transitions, she loses male privilege. And she gains all of the issues, not only just that women have, but then the added on top transphobia. So, it's hard to be a woman, and that's how you know it's not a choice, because why would you choose to give up all the privileges? You wouldn't. There is nothing that pisses me off more than seeing an elderly person far beyond retirement age hunched over and working at a cash register at a corporate chain store to pay their bills. This shouldn't be normal in this country. And I mean, this is America, but I think this is applying to more and more countries as we go on. And I mean, to be fair, as we've seen, once we get to this age, we probably will have to keep working because there's not going to be the super for us.
You got euthanasia. I'm going to Switzerland or whatever it is.
Right?
I'm saving all my retirement money to go fuck off and die somewhere else.
Oh no, you can die here. You just can't smoke weed. We passed the euthanasia bill. We didn't.
We got a long way to go before you can off yourself on your own choice. You can barely do it as an old cancer patient. Not even old, just a cancer patient in general.
This is pretty spicy. It's not that Trump needs to cheat at golf. He just loses interest in any hole after 13. It's definitely not on the list, I swear. This one. Authorized by Duncan Webb MP. Yes. We got a
Duncan.
Chart. We got a
roast him.
Chart, right?
Roast
Have you
him.
ever forgotten something you were legally obligated to do? No. Have you ever been late to update your details to IRD? No. Have you ever forgotten to cancel a subscription? No. It just goes and goes and goes. I think we should post this one on Blue Sky so people can have fun just reading this map. This is the ideal urban transportation. You may not like it, but this is what peak urbanism looks like. And as we always say, trains.
Is that actual or is that AI generated?
I have no idea. And I'm not going to pretend I know.
But also, be cool.
I see you shiver with decapitation. There you go. Also, I saw this, I think, on Instagram or Facebook. One of the two.
What?
Yeah, this is just a picture that rocked up. Someone stole the wheels. Or at least our wheel.
Did someone put David Seymour's face on his bumper as well?
Oh,
Because that is not Chris Bishop.
I did not notice that. You know what? I also didn't first notice
Can
that
someone
this
who
is
took this
a
photo
leak.
go and check?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
it's
leak.
electric.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. But fucking woke for national. And I'm wondering if they probably bought this with the clean car discount before they fucking took it off, eh? I bet you.
They might have
There's this amazing new Instagram page I've found, Whakataki Times. They're so good. They'll probably be featured a bit from now on. So National looks to quietly swap out Luxon with Snackachangy Chips guy.
Snackachangy Chips guy is who is he? He's an old comedian or something.
The Hellers guy.
The Hellers guy, thank you.
He sure is Hellers, yeah. He's also a cooker, as I learned. Which I just replied saying, well, I guess that's how he makes such good chips. Because to be honest, Snackachangy chips are the best.
They are the best.
There's also another post that I was going to do a dramatic reading of if we get time, because they've gone and made an amazing shit post about our favorite orange guy. So, yeah. That can be our good news.
Yes, please.
Well, Shane, looks like we have some volunteers for the next round of guts. Ominously going past the nurses. You fucking would too, eh?
Is it Retty in behind him? It is.
Yeah. Good old cigaretti.
Yeah.
Bad things happen for a reason. And that reason is our world is controlled by soulless oligarchs who are literally destroying us all for profit.
Yay.
Feed me, senpai. I love this image. It is amazing. It is beautiful. And it's great. And then we'll leave it there.
Wonderful.
We'll leave it there for now.
Righty then. So that means we're up to story number 3, baby. I didn't even bother writing any notes for this other than Luxon is a twat.
Honestly, that probably seems like all you needed to write.
Yeah. This is a continuation of the tough on gangs, tough on crime. I think the boys talked about earlier in the week. The gang number stats are going up, I believe it was.
Yes, no, I did see that.
Surprise to no one. I'm sure our friend of the show, whose name I don't know or I've forgotten. You know the guy. The awesome guy who comes on
Aaron.
to talk about... No, not Aaron. He's like a gang specialist.
Oh, fucking... Oh my god, now I've just forgotten his name. I can see...
Don't know, but he's cool. Jumps on the show every now and then. He's
Harry Tam.
Harry Tam, thank you. Harry Tam's been on the show quite a number of times to explain why it is that gang numbers tend to go up during times of economic insecurity. If you go and look on our channel and look for good old Harry Tam. I mean, I'm really struggling with this. Why are you doing this? You were cool, and now you don't work. Why you do this to me? I was going to double check that this is playing because for some reason I'm getting a black screen, which means that looks like TVNZ is going to be an asshole and not show not show it. You piece of shit. You guys can't see this, can you?
You do you want to send me the link and I'll see if I can open it?
You piece
I
of
can always
shit.
try.
I've never seen that before. I haven't had that issue before. Now I understand why Pat records it himself.
I mean, to be fair, I've used the actual thing before, but
Yeah.
you know, they could be
I
getting.
mean, we
a
can
bit
always just
tight.
listen to it. I mean, no one's surprised about what the news story is. It's Luxon being a twat.
Mhm.
I've never seen that before. That I can't. I mean, I do know because I've tried to get screenshots, and every time I've tried, it like, black screens on me. But I've never seen it do that to me before.
To be fair, a lot of times I have done them. I've also just used screen recording on my phone.
True. I'm gonna try something else. This is what we call on the fly. And
On the Flizzity fly.
On the Flizzity fly. And doing things. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do. No, hang on. I don't want to do that. Not now. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, maybe I can do it.
Go on, give it a go.
You peace. If you TVNZ. If are you. You know what? Fine. I can share the audio, but I can't share the screen. So you'll just have to listen to why Luxon is a twat. Control F5? Yeah. No, I'm not listening to that one, sorry. I can't remember what the shortcuts are, but no, we're not doing that. Alright, you guys can listen to it. Essentially, he's been called out because he said something that is potentially, if not is, illegal.
For this government. Earlier this week, the Prime Minister had this to say.
What we've been working hard on is to smash up the gangs. You know, they're 1/4% of the population, driving 25% of our violent crime. But we've got to keep smashing them up.
A little ironic then that our tough-on-crime Prime Minister is now accused of breaking the law himself.
I heard the Prime Minister say of gangs that we were going to keep smashing them up. And to me, that was actually a criminal offence.
People can be fined $1,000 for using threatening language in a public place.
I mean, $1,000 is nothing to him, but that's not the point.
Also, what is threatening language? That feels like. What's the parameters on threatening language?
I don't know. I would love to see how it probably doesn't go anywhere, and there's probably 100 things that politicians have said that probably fall within this, but at least someone's doing something about it.
Like, isn't him saying I'm gonna give them the bash? That could be considered, yeah. But
smashing also, the gangs.
Oh, smash you up, Al. Like, what the fuck, man? Really? That's your answer?
Yeah, it is a weird thing coming out of his mouth. Gonna smash the gangs.
Yeah, right. Trying to sound like he's a local, even though we know he ain't.
Okay. Carry on. What has he got to say for himself, ye lawyer?
In a public place.
You're not allowed to make threatening statements against other New Zealanders in public where you're reckless as to whether or not other people might be alarmed or not. Just imagine, for instance, if he had said, we're going to keep smashing up women, or we're going to keep smashing up the disabled.
People would find that highly offensive,
yes,
wouldn't they?
It's no different for people who are part of gangs.
Do you think, though, this is a little bit different, given that there's gangs who cause a lot of harm in our community?
No, I don't, because if gang members do cause harm in the community, they can be prosecuted for what they do.
Chris Nichols wrote to the Prime.
It's a very good point about privilege.
Yeah.
There's white collar crime, being the Prime Minister and saying things that break the law. And it's even in its purest definition, and whatever, it goes to court and then you can decide. But the fact that it's just like a throwaway thing, and but gang members get pulled over for anything suspicious, a suspicious looking car, a suspicious thing in your window, like.
What? How are they suspicious? They were like a brown person driving a car suspicious?
Yeah.
Or like...
Yeah.
I mean, I've literally seen it with my own eyes walking through town. I have seen police officers watch a person to see what they're up to when they were literally just minding their own fucking business. But you know what made them different? They had fucking moko. That was the only difference. And we can see that they're gonna do their shit. Like, this is why it's so frustrating. Because, like, I mean, I went to Tamitha Paul's Tough on Crime discussion on Monday, and like, it was insane that, like, it was the first time I'd seen a space where people were actively talking about how we could actually combat crime, not just saying, oh, let's just punish them harder. Like, that's not going to do any help. Like, at the moment, they've said 30% of those who leave prison within 12 months reoffend. By the time it gets 2 years, 50%. Also, I wonder why gang numbers are going up. Maybe it's because people can't afford to live at the moment, because the gangs are offering them a form of not only employment, but community and support. Like, it's no wonder. Plus, also, we only just started doing the numbers on gangs as well. So there's also that. Like, it's just them doing what they always do. Like, one of the things they talked about at that discussion on Monday was that fear wins votes. Fear is what campaigns really strong. But what they're doing is really just kind of making it seem like there's a bigger issue than there really is as well, because they're like, oh, you should be scared when you leave your house and all of these things. And it's like, most normal people live their everyday life, and maybe only every now and then, you know, they might go through a part of town that's got something going on that makes them feel a little unsafe. But generally, most people feel pretty safe. Yes, there is crime, but most of it's because people are starving. They're trying to feed themselves. They have, you know, cigarettes have been a huge driver of crime, with all of the changes to the tax on them, just making it harder and harder. And yet there's just never any actual discussions about why are we continuing a system that is showing us it doesn't work? It's not doing anything other than making people better criminals and actually ensuring that we have these criminals for life rather than actually breaking that cycle. Also, I learned a really crazy fact. I think it's 80% of people who are in prison have a traumatic brain injury.
Wow, that's high.
Mm-hmm. There's also obviously a really high percentage of prison populations across the world that are made up of people with ADHD. And like, yeah, there are so many.
It's also something like half the population in prison, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think if you actually
or
make
undiagnosed
it more,
or
yeah, because also if you go into the like extended neurodiverse, like, because also there's a lot of autistic and other neurodiverse people also included under there, because guess what? When you don't get medicated or diagnosed, sometimes you do really dumb shit, and then you keep doing dumb shit, and you're on that path now, and you don't know how to get the fuck off. Like, it's just frustrating to see all this grandstanding of like, we're doing something, we're trying to help, we're going to be tough on these, you know, horrible people that do crime. Most of the people who do crime at the heart of it aren't horrible people. They're people who have gone through a bunch of circumstances, whether it be when they're younger, most of it's when they're younger as well. Like, most of these things, they start young because they don't actually get the help or the compassion that they need when they're young. They just get basically villainized. Like, you know, I'm sure we all saw someone in our class, or we're the poor person in our classrooms as children, who got labeled the naughty kid. And then when you get that label, that changes the entire way people perceive you. When you label these people as bad, horrible humans, it's dehumanizing them and taking away the fact that, yeah, sure, they didn't do a good thing, But maybe we should actually look at the cause of why these people are committing crime. Most of the time, there is a really good reason that they've gotten down this path. And with a little bit of just compassion and empathy to actually help these people get out of whatever they're going through, we're only going to continue to see this cycle repeat and repeat, especially when they're trying to make money off of prisons.
While we're on the topic, because I mentioned him earlier, there is a awesome video on the channel called "Why Do People Join Gangs? A History Lesson from Professor Harry Tam," who goes pretty much into this detail about the pipeline, why people join, what gangs mean to them. Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. It for some of us, it's kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense, and for other people, it might be quite eye-opening as to give you a bit of a sense of the people behind gangs, because they are people at the end of the day. Like, they may do bad things, but you know, people who are criminals and do bad things are still people, and there are ways of managing their behaviors, past and present, that are still humane. Instead of shoving them in a cell and then one day releasing them because that's the law, and then they end up just recycling back into prison. So, but yeah, go and watch that. I highly recommend it.
I also think the way that we even label them as gangs, like what makes the mongrel mob really fundamentally different from any other horrible fucking
like the TPU.
Yeah, oh wow. Or even just like the horrible pharmaceutical fucking industry that try to get you hooked on narcotics so that you will continue to buy their products. Like the way that we villainize one versus the other is like insane. Like, they are, just because they're in a gang doesn't mean they're thing. It's also that that's their community. Like, we need to really, like, at the core of it, it's just like these people have a need for community, for connection, for purpose, and for also, obviously, you know, means of survival. And if a gang can provide that, but our government can't, what is that saying about the country? If a gang can provide more for someone, then our own local central government can. Like, that is fucking absolutely cooked.
Yeah.
We also actually have the highest imprisonment in the OECD. There's another really fun fact that I learned. I'm looking at my, I got a BHN notebook I have now, so I took notes. But yeah, it's absolutely insane. We have 220 people per 100,000 that are in the prison system. And just so, and also since the 1980s, Maori have made up 50% of the total prison population. Since the 1980s.
Yeah. And that's a stat that's common with Indigenous populations, right? It's not uncommon that Indigenous populations around the world in different countries have quite a high.
It's almost like it's by design.
Imprisonment rate. Yeah.
Funny that. It's almost like the system's working how it was designed to. So we should burn it fucking down. Sorry, Chloe was saying that at the thing last night that I went to. So now I'm just all hyped up because she said burn down the system. And I'm like, yay! If Chloe said we can do it.
She was so fantastic at I assume it was very much the same as what I and Chewie and Pat got. But yeah, she's on a roll, and it's I definitely came away to the two events that I went to, the Greens events, feeling re-energized, because it can be quite, I mean, obviously it's one thing being a viewer, but having, I don't know how Pat and Chewie do it, but every night you get on and there's just nothing good or positive to celebrate. And even if it is, it's like a little tiny hair on the giant mountain, and it just gets swallowed up by a barrage of shit. Like, it just it's depressing, man. And like, I'd love to be on here and be like, hey, did you see what the government did? They did this. This is so exciting. Finally.
Look, good. Burn down the system. Also, one thing though that I really took from this, and this was when Chloe said, we need to turn the fuck up. And when she said that, she meant like, you know, we go into these spaces, like we go to green events, we get really fucking pumped up. But then that energy doesn't actually get actualized into action. And that is one thing that I agree with, is that as a left side, we need to organize more, and we need to actually put our money where our mouth is. And it doesn't have to be money. It can be time. It can, like she was saying, if you can bake biscuits, there is a space for every person in whatever capacity they have to actually help us do more, because we all know that this has to be a one-term government. And if it's not, I fucking swear to God, I don't know how we're going to survive. So we definitely have to start not just turning up, getting into it. Like, it's great that we've got our community here, but we need to make sure that these communities are also going out there and making sure that we're actually doing stuff, because it's great to vent and to plan all these things that we think are great ideas, but we need to start putting them into action. You know, someone that I met yesterday who watched the show, they were saying that they used to run these things where they would basically have little picnics in parking spaces here in Wellington, and little parklets. And sometimes people would like kind of come across and go, oh, what are you guys up to? What are you up to? And we're like, oh, maybe
we're burning down the system.
Well, we're like, maybe for local body
Here's
elections.
our guillotine.
Yeah, we're like, maybe for local body elections, we could do stuff like that. You know, there are things that I think as a BHN whānau that we should start doing. We should start organizing in our own communities, different things that we can do just to spread the word and actually start working on this. Because like we've been saying that the Greens and Labour need to start their election stuff now. Well, I think we also need to start helping them now, because like also Chloe was saying last night, is that there is only so much that the Green Party members can do, and they are putting their whole pussy into that. Like they got it on lock. So, and honestly, we're getting way more than our money's worth out of between them and Te Pāti Māori. Fucking hell. We are underpaying those ones on that side, that's for sure. So we need to do whatever we can. Like, you know, I'm a person who stays up all night. I don't walk much. There's nighttime stuff I can do. You know, there's stuff you can do from home. Even just having conversations or sharing stuff on social media, all of those things are being active. And I think that's what we really need to start fucking doing. Being active AF.
Yeah. But get to it. Get off your asses and go bake some scones.
And go sign up to the Greens or Te Pāti Māori.
Or just be that annoying person that I've become, because I can't help it when people are like, oh, so what are you doing for work now all these days? I'm like, well, I'm mostly just doing politics, and then I just start talking about lefty politics and be a really annoying person in the room. But I'm very thankful that most of my circles are actually pretty left-leaning, so I'm pretty much preaching to the choir, but I am putting my 2 cents in to be like, don't forget, local elections are coming up. Mm-hmm. We should keep an eye on that. It's very important.
Absolutely.
It's good. It's good. Mm-hmm. All right, I think we're on to community memes.
Memes, more community.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So new emoji just dropped on Discord, thanks to Kiwi Burb. So yeah, if you want to be able to use this emoji, and if you're just listening, you should definitely come watch us on YouTube. This is just, I love it. We've started, so we're going to have 2 parts of the community memes. I've started giving people homework. Since I did that meme homework I gave people last time, I thought I might start making it a bit more regular. So we'll see those. But I love this one that someone's done with his little face. We also got the D platform, which I did see that was a super chat. Someone turned it into reality. What is it you'd say you do here?
I fucking love that. My God, was that hilarious. I love that was the headline too. Like not even what she was talking about. It was the headline.
I don't even remember what she
journalist
was talking about.
asked, what is this for? What's the point of this? Why did
Exactly.
you call us here? As opposed
Right?
to,
Like-
and then she had to justify it. She's like, well, 3 people said this is very important, and now I get to announce that yes, it is important, and I'm doing something about it. It's just like,
Right.
so what are you announcing? God,
Like, I got
more of
do,
that,
lady.
please.
I got other
More
real
of
news
that.
to report on, please.
Yeah, there's a war in Gaza, so
Right?
like
There's a
get to the
literal
point.
famine and genocide. Fucking hell.
Luxon's about to smash gangs. I gotta go.
Speaking of Luxon, I can't believe it's not back on track. But you know what? I can believe it's not back on track. Oh yeah, you got memes. You got memes.
memed.
This one came in as a late entry too. This was while I was making my little PDF. But also it was hashtag bromance theory. I was so offended you didn't
I
remember my
forgot.
hashtag.
I forgot.
You could
forgot
have
what
shown
I was.
Kat the beautiful picture that I made. You could have gone to your blue
Oh.
sky. It was on blue sky, bro. Come on.
Oh, hang on.
Come on. Come
Hang
on.
on.
You gotta hustle
read-
for the whano, okay? You gotta show
I
Pat
don't
the
remember.
memes.
Oh, that was a
Oh
while
wow,
ago.
guys! I made her a meme and she doesn't even. Fuck. This family doesn't appreciate the work I do.
Inconsiderate. Inconsiderate. Hang on, I'm just quickly doing a little.
You're fine. There's also technically you're in this meme as well, so just little paddle. Imagine if they could actually have those like little paddles that said stuff. Like
Oh,
that.
I wish
Funny.
politicians was like start acting as like just take the mask off and just make it as silly as it is and just be like, yeah, I brought a paddle along just because I'm sick of interrupting this. So you know what you know how I feel about this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What do we got? Oh yeah, this is a great one. Just empty and full. Because his mouth is full of shit. I mean, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And if it isn't, that's what it is now. Oh, so
you
this
tried.
is not the meme. This is the context. So I took this photo because I saw this van. I saw it. It was crazy. I saw it in person. It's independent together. So you got Stuart Wong, you've got Guy
What's
Nunn.
Gok Wan doing running for Wellington local elections?
Wow, that's so funny. That is actually, we'll have to make that a meme. But
It's Gok Wong, right? But
No,
bald.
it's Stuart. Yeah, it's basically. But then we got this. This was from Kiwi Burb. We got Still Wrong, Gay Nuns, and Ray Gun. And you know what? That's a council I would vote for. Oh yeah, also someone memed the
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Magenta? There was a good time.
Yeah,
That was a
it's not
good
like
time.
I've got that my entire fucking life or anything. It's not that hard to read, guys. Also, I saw Pat. You didn't tell Pat the full context. The full context was you asked me if I had ideas on how to make my face because you wanted us to be balanced with the boys because Pat had the open mouth and Chewie had the little mouth and you had the little mouth, so you're going to make me have a different mouth. We had a whole
is that what it
conversation
was?
about this, yeah, in the car. Guys, see, no one appreciates what I do in this family.
My
I'm kidding.
my
You got a
brain's
lot
not
going on,
that.
right? I get it.
I made you look cool.
Hey, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. But yes,
I
this
did a
is
thing.
why I wanted my face to look like this, guys, because the most millennial thing about me is I love this emoji. I fucking love it. The amount of photos I take doing this emoji is many. So, you know, for fun. Oh yes, here's our weekly meme assignments. So I sent through a bunch of screenshots from the show and people had fun with it. This one from Kai Matata, though, I really, really love the way that they've just managed to get that. Because his face looks so good in that. Just how it feels to vote national. And this one got me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's how he was when I paused the screen.
That's unfortunate.
Face a bit droopy, arm a bit limp, speech a bit racist. Time for him to retire. Then we got Ryan
Jesus.
Bridge, news mangler. It is, that face was a bit of a blue steel, so good catch on that one. Just take a peek at Pint of Water. Does look a little drunk in this one, I will.
He looks drunk all the time.
Yeah, he actually does often look quite drunk. I mostly liked this one because Winston Peters is just pulling a really shitty face. Just what I would say to you, Mr. Speaker, is I did think that was a fart, but it was indeed a shot. And it says, "Babe, wash your ass, you stink cunt."
The guy behind him as well.
Oh yeah, nah, the guy behind him's great too.
It's like it wasn't me.
It
I'm
wasn't
serious.
me.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
There we go. I like this one. Just fiends. It is a
Fiends.
collection. What a collection of people.
Mm.
Another one of these. I love the weird twists people have taken this meme on. It's great. There is no hiring freeze in Aotearoa. Oh yeah, so this is the context, as I'm sure we remember this comment.
Yes.
The context became reality. So
Yay!
here we have all of us there, and I love it. It does look very good. And
Oh no,
obviously,
now I have ideas. Guys, I don't have time for it. But you've given me ideas.
Or just, to be fair, if you can
Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming like a wildfire, man. You guys are gonna love my merch drops.
Hell yeah.
Pat's gonna be printing 24/7. You won't have time for the show. I'll have to start running the show.
We're all gamers. We gotta have some gaming merch. Like, just because we're into politics doesn't mean we aren't fucking gaming nerds.
Gamers.
And as some of you have probably already seen, I keep forgetting to fucking put the. I even got the snipping tool open this time, but it was Cyber Goblin. They made this, and obviously this is the Hairy Bunch, which I love that Nala is the 8th host of the show. Oh, the 5th host of this one. Yeah, whatever. Numbers. Don't make me do them.
I like how Tanya's like, yes, she's got a podcast coming and is already part of the network.
Oh yeah, no. To be fair,
amazing.
they did say it's probably jumping the gun a little bit, but you know what? I don't think it's jumping the gun. I think it's putting Tanya right where she needs to be.
Yep, she's ready to go. She's on TikTok. She's slaying that part of the internet for us.
Oh fuck
thankfully.
yeah! Right, we need it. We need that presence on TikTok. So shout out to her. Do we have anything else we want to go through before our bonus meeting?
No, I can't. I got fucking.
Oh, you're trying to
everything.
find. Yeah.
I found the bromance theory. This was it.
I told you.
Sorry.
The things I do for this family.
Kept down my blue sky and I can't. I changed the setting on my Firefox and it just keeps slamming into everything.
Well, I do actually have a couple of funny things we can look at to feel a bit better after all of this bullshit. Yeah, just a couple of small things. Well, first of all, we'll go through the dramatic reading, I reckon, because this I saw this post I think last night on Instagram, and I lost my shit. This stuff is like, this shit's so funny. Everyone has to. So this is the news post. And so Orange Demon from Hell reminds people it knows where they live. And then here's the actual news article. Letterbox lurker. New Zealanders are once again being terrorized in their own homes by a supernatural force from below, a demon obsessed with civic engagement. With local body election voting opening on September 22nd this year, the Electoral Commission has launched its latest round of psychological warfare, sending out its trademark envelopes featuring the haunting figure, known as simply Orange Guy, directly to letterboxes nationwide. I just opened my letterbox, and there it was, grinning like it knew my secrets, said Millie Jackson, 29, of Palmerston North, clutching the mailer with her trembling hands. it didn't even knock. It just arrived with that same expression, like it's been watching, always watching, she said, terrified as she looked down at the envelope. While Millie was spooked just by heading out to her letterbox, others said they had horrific and traumatic flashbacks. Joshua Lang, 34, of Lower Hutt, explained his experience to our reporters. I got home from work one night and looked over to the dining room table and saw the envelope sitting there. I don't remember bringing it in. I don't remember anything. I just wanted to leave me alone. I then started hearing its voice inside my head, the exact same one that in the ads urging people to have your say, Aotearoa. How does it know where I live? Joshua asked frantically, jumping at every noise he could hear from outside. I feel like if I don't vote, it'll come back. Not through the post, in person, like physically emerge from the earth and demand I tick the box for a council candidate I've never heard of. More to come. And that is why I needed to do a dramatic reading of this ridiculous post from Whakataki Times. So go follow them on Instagram. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. I love a good shit post. And that indeed was a very good shit post.
It was great. Thank you for sharing that with us. I feel somewhat invigorated.
I also have fun, a little podcast news that's not Big Hairy Network podcast this time, because we do have a lot of those. But there is a new podcast coming that is called Stripped and Unscripted. And this is going to be a podcast with Vixen Temple and Madeline. So Vixen Temple, if you don't know, she is involved in the Kick Up a Fuss, or the strippers who are trying to get rights. And yeah, she's starting a podcast, and it's just going to be talking about sex work and the sex industry, and just I think it's just really awesome to see just more podcasts actually kind of focusing and kind of giving voices to industries that are really struggling to have their rights, let alone anything else. So that was just like a little podcast plug that I thought I might do. I also wanted to, on the note of sex workers, just put out a very small commentary, because I have seen people posting and tagging
where are you taking this, Magenta?
No, it's nothing too bad.
Speaking of sex work.
No, it's nothing too bad. I'm not opening my OnlyFans, I promise.
I thought you were spreading your legs. I got excited for a second there.
Oh, nah, not yet. We'll see. We'll see how if we can't get ad sponsors, we'll see if it gets that difficult.
Cost of living and everything. Had to sell my feet pics.
As some people have probably seen, Jamie Lee Ross is I don't know if you know Jamie Lee Ross. Do you know him? Oh, lucky you. Don't know
is this the person that with Yes did an interview on stuff, and the headline was Jamie Lee Ross for escort.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, former politician.
I started watching that and then realized I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know who the guy was, and I kind of gave up and I went there.
I followed all of the Jamie Lee Ross, back when it happened. And we're not necessarily going to get into the story because it is late. But there is one thing that I just wanted to say that really bothers me, is that I am actually quite fucked off that they've gone with the whole former politician turned escort agency owner seeks political comeback. The only reason they're mentioning that is because they know that people will use that as a reason to discredit him. Him owning an escort agency has nothing to do with the fact that he is a bad person. And I don't like the way that people are like, oh yeah, haha, yeah, get at him. No, because sex work is real work. It is the oldest profession we have in mankind, and it deserves more respect and should not be used as a verb to essentially make someone seem like a worse person, because all you're doing is harming sex workers. So that's all the commentary really that I wanted to say, is that I don't like anyone using that as a part of the narrative to discredit him, because sex workers in this country are currently fighting for fair pay, well, pay equity, which I know they're not going to get, but even actually fighting for workers' rights. So let's not bring sex workers into this, because they are awesome and he is not.
Also, it was because of sexual misconduct? Why couldn't they just put that in the title instead? Like, as if that's not worse?
Oh, why do you think this government, well, why do you think people in this type of government wouldn't? I mean, we're not going to sit there and keep talking about Tim Jago. We're going to talk about brown people or gang members or,
white collar
all
crime.
That shit. Like, don't let people do this shit, because they're trying to use those things to separate us. Those are the means of trying to separate us and theming. Sex workers are just humans, and New Zealanders really like to fuck, so they got to stop being so hypocritical. Like, we're really horny country, so like maybe just don't be a dick.
It's our PSA.
Right? Don't be a dick. But yes, that was I think the main thing we had before our last memes. Although actually no, we will do a slightly depressing one before the last memes, because I feel like everyone needs to see this little video.
While you see that up, I just realised there is a super chat.
Oh.
From Danger of Mouse. It says one is legal and the other is everyone else. And I assume that was talking about Luxon.
I have no idea which one that was talking about.
It was 30 minutes ago, so.
Sorry. Yes, let's go for this one. Wait, there we go. Sorry. Bro, turn it on. Oh, okay. No, it's just, I have to read the text. I just realized. How much do you think the minimum wage needs to be to match boomers? Nope, it is not $25, $30 an hour, $66 an hour. And here's the math on the thing. So this is obviously American, but $66 an hour times 40 hours a week is $2,600 a week. A mortgage on a $420,000 home would be around $2,600 a month. If people saying housing should be only about 1/4 of your monthly income, and yeah, so that's why millennials can't and Gen Z can't afford stuff. Stop telling us that it's because we like to buy dumb little plushies from animes that we like. Okay, it's not.
Honestly, it's not getting any better, so you might as well.
Right.
This is why I like Gen Zs who are like, I don't condone this, but I do find it kind of funny, and also I don't blame them. But Gen Z is just like racking up credit card debt because they're just like, fuck, I'm not getting anything in life, might as well make the most of what I got now. I'm like,
world's on fire.
Yeah, I kind of, I was kind of to be fair, I was kind of the same. I was like, I'm not making it past 30. I can't imagine being more than 30 years old. But here we are, and I may have changed my mind, and I probably should have put more on my KiwiSaver, but at the same time, I at least enjoyed my 20s.
Oh, you did? Okay, I didn't. See, my problem is I went through most of my teenage years and my 20s incredibly mentally ill. So,
Yeah.
But then I got diagnosed, so we're getting better. It's great.
I mean, my fun could have also been the diagnosis as well, but rose-colored glasses. It's fine. It's fine.
Right. Anyway, we got bonus memes. Oh yeah. So flowers. Bonus. Flowers by Miley Cyrus is older than the first use of an anatomically correct female crash test dummy. That is a fact. Technically not a meme, but it's a fact that more people should know about. Also, fun fact, wow. I think it was only up until about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, they didn't use actual blood or anything like that to test menstrual products. They used water. Fucking water. Like, come on. Oh yeah, I felt personally attacked by this meme. This is not an email I ever expected to receive or send. The AI design of your email is clever, but significantly lacks warmth. Would it be possible to be contacted by a human being moving forward instead of AI? Many thanks. The reply. It's not an AI. I'm just autistic. See you next Friday. And
should have been see you next Tuesday, but yeah.
Right? Well, no, I literally got sent this message from a fan being like, oh my God, look at the way that like ChatGPT just wrote this reply. No one would ever talk like this. And I just looked and I was like, that looks like how I talk. What do you mean? Turns out I'm an AI bot, I guess.
Yeah, indistinguishable.
Also, no one on the Discord seemed to get this meme, so I'm going to see if anyone else gets it. And you have to be really chronically online to understand this. If you understand Malibu Barbie, Elvis, and Aquaman against these three people, I see you. Without a doubt, my favorite Robin Williams movie is Mrs. Fire. I'm just going to let Emily cook for a second, guys.
Yeah,
there we go. Let it cook. I thought you might appreciate this one. How it feels to still want to pursue a creative career during all of this.
Honestly, it's even more reason to do it. Just like enjoy life. Go do what you want to do instead of what everyone else is telling you to do.
Mm-hmm. The name's Bond. Trauma Bond. I had to actually cut this in half because it was really small. Dad, what's Crazy Frog? It was a cartoon frog that rode an invisible motorcycle while he had his cock out. Mom, make Dad tell the story right. That's what it really was. Oh.
I forgot that. I forgot that small detail.
Ding, 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 ding,
Oh, no, shut up. No. Fuck out. No, I will disable your audio.
Em's is going to kick me off the stream, guys.
I had the Crazy Frog Christmas album, and it had Pump Up the Jam, Crazy Frog edition, and Who Let the Dogs Out? Crazy Frog. I go and look it up. Go look up the Crazy Frog Christmas album. It's probably out there.
In Discord after this, I will be in the Discord and we will be listening to this because I need to see this.
Okay,
well,
I'm just gonna quickly see if it's on YouTube.
No,
because I want to go back to playing my cozy game, and I got really hooked on that thing.
You don't have to. I can.
Shut up, Magenta. I want to go play my game.
Pump up the jam.
Let's see if I can find it.
Anyway, we've got this pun to end the memes. Talking to my ex, talking to my wife, talking to my cosine. Yeah, see, they got you back on my team. I got it back, guys. Ems isn't mad at me anymore.
Oh, Jesus. Please don't tell me all of these are on here.
Also, how was Crazy Frog, Alvin, and the Chipmunks for Millennials? We had both.
We had both. It was
we had remakes. Wow, I mean, to be fair, I fucking love Alvin.
It was early. It was old Gen Zs and young millennials that got both, but Crazy Frog was definitely definitely ours.
It was a Crazy Frog PS2 game. Okay, I need to go find all of this.
You know, it was better. You know, it was better than Crazy Frog. Was
Snappy?
Schnee, schnai, snappy.
Snappy.
Snappy, schnapp. My mum revealed when that song came out that she knew German.
Oh, so,
yeah, I found out that my mum knew German.
You knew what the whole fucking song ended up meaning.
No, I can't remember what she translated, but it was basically like, I am a small crocodile. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, anyways, that's, slight tangent. I'm glad there's still 270 of you watching, because obviously we have so much important things to say.
Hey, I mean, Crazy Frog. I mean, I've just learned that there was a whole fucking Pump Up the Jam Crazy Frog edition, which is like a crossover event that I would never have actually thought happened. And a PlayStation 2
missed
game that I
out.
now need. Right? I mean, to be fair, back then I didn't really get CDs. I mostly had cassette tapes until I was a lot older because, you know, poor and shit. CDs were like, I remember the first CD I bought was Guy Sebastian from Sounds, and it cost $39.99.
Jesus Christ, that's an expensive. Oh,
and that was back then too.
How do I find that album? Okay, it does exist.
Oh my god, yes,
Maybe.
Hamster Dance. The Hamster Dance was fucking.
See, that was our generation. That was us as
love
kids.
The Hamster Dance.
I
That
can
shit
love that.
was so good.
And then Caramel Dancing, which, if you don't know, you should. Anyway, let's stop being children's.
Right, nostalgia, millennial nostalgia. We can do that in the Discord after.
Yeah, we should probably head off. Any more memes to finish us off, or you've exhausted the memery for the week?
Don't think. Oh no, but I did have one fucking thing that I was supposed to let people know about real quickly.
Well, you got 9 minutes, so you better hurry up because Crazy Frog's waiting for you.
Right. I'm about to get lit on a Friday night playing Crazy Frog. And apparently it's 2025 somehow. I don't know how we're in this timeline. Oh god, share the fucking screen, please.
I wish I could live both timelines.
What? The good one? And this one?
You know that song? I don't know who it's
one.
by, but all I can think about is let's get to the good part. And then it's like a breakdown.
Skip to the good part. Yeah.
That literally goes through my head probably like 3 times a day. And I go, let's get to the good part. And I'm like, I don't remember the rest of the song is. So my head just goes blank. And I'm like, this sucks. This sucks.
The worst
so
part
much.
is you can never skip to the good part. This is
There is no bit. This is it. This is all we
have. The
have.
part is what we make with each other.
I have to go to Scandinavia so I don't have to work till I die.
Also, please don't say shit
Shut
like
up.
this. Don't say
Shut
shit
up.
like that. Fuck you. Don't
Get
say
out.
shit like that. How dare.
right.
Anyway, we have so this year it's going to be the 50th anniversary of Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori. And so this year it's going to take place the 14th to the 20th of September, which is also around local body election time. So maybe we should do some local body election te reo stuff. I think we should do that. So they have that there's something on offer for everyone. So they're basically encouraging everyone to try to do something for Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori in whatever capacity you have. So they've got the 50 Wero Reo Māori, which is challenge yourself and give our list of 50 reo challenges a go. Pūtahi Mahara, be part of history by contributing to our Reo Māori digital time capsule. Haia tō ihi heitiki, wear and share the heitiki with pride on social media. And new merch. They will be dropping new merch with at the warehouse.
Good.
And it'll be ready for Te Wiki. So yeah, just start to think about what you guys might want to do. And since it's also around local body elections, maybe we should start thinking about how we can do both. But yeah, that was actually just the last little thing I had there.
We got 2 super chats, and then we'll say goodbye for the evening. Danger of Mouse says, my eldest was traumatized by that video, and I assume you're talking about Crazy Frog. And then Beer Tato time for $20. Thank you so much to say cheers for the show. I am glad you've enjoyed it.
Although quickly, I just forgot there was this one. This is the last thing. There's a protest tomorrow at 1 p.m. So if you're listening to this after 1 p.m. on Saturday, 2nd of August, too late. But in Tamaki Makaurau, they're meeting outside the US consulate, which is on 23 Custom Street, East Auckland at 1 p.m. And basically they're going to be protesting against the FBI being on our shores and Kash Patel fucking getting his filthy little fingers near our fucking beautiful country. So if you can, go shop for that one, Whānau. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, sorry, there's one more.
No, it's not it from us.
No, there is one more because I realize I'll get shit again if I don't share this one because I was asked to share it last week. See, guys, surprise, the show's not finished. My game. I know. I promise this is actually the last one. But it's important, and you'll see why. It's just a reminder to tell people that there is a petition that the Greens have launched for regional passenger rail. And if last night when we were at Moon Bar, multiple times there were a whole loud crowd cheer for trains.
Oh yeah, we had the same thing. Someone said trains at a Greens event and we were just like, trains!
To be fair,
like, that alone should unite a nation.
Right? I feel like
free dental
the
care.
neurodiversity green circle seems to be getting quite a almost whole circle. But yes, please let people know about this petition. Go sign this petition because it's crazy that we just can't have trains. It's so simple, so easy.
And if you have never ridden a train in your life, if you ever get the opportunity, even if you don't need to take the train, take a fucking train because it will change your life. Just trains are so cool. They're so much fun.
Honestly, though, I 100% endorse that. I didn't take a train until my 30th birthday, and I was missing out.
You live in Wellington. You literally come right into the city.
I had no reason to go on a train, so I just didn't.
Yeah, it's fair.
But then I realized it's way better than taking a bus, and I've been a fucking idiot for taking a bus this whole stupid time. I took a bus to the hut. Why have I been doing that? I could have been taking a train.
Missing out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it from us, I think. Louis Magenta's going to keep throwing craziness at us.
Another one. No, I'm not DJ Khaled. I'm not DJ Khaled, all right?
I'm just going to cut her out of the stream and just remove her. Sorry, them entirely.
Push me off.
You're going to go. But yeah, that's it from us. We'll be back with you next week. Magenta will be online on Monday.
Yes, because we didn't do it this week, but I promise we're doing it. We're doing it on Monday. I had to go to Tam's thing. Okay, it was important. But yes.
Okay.
Come hang out with me and Rogers on Monday. We're also going to be working on doing a tier video where I'm going to do ranking MPs fashion tier lists. So I'm looking forward to that.
Sounds like fun. I could join you in that.
Yeah. If you want to come, absolutely. Let's do it.
To consult what I'm doing. All right, let's play out the outro now.
Help us settle a debate, whether it be thoughtful or funny, even if we're all creatures of hate. It's a fine line that we're walking together. For better, push aside the temptation to berate. Let's take a note of the corners we stand in. As many points as the hairs on my chinny chin chin. When the news that we're watching is hairy, knowing all the things that we need to be wary of. Like the rich have the hand out for rewards, while the many have to work out what they can't afford. And the rest of us ain't paying attention, or maybe have questions we're too worried to mention. Other media is still dwelling on trivial facts, vetting bees from the rice and the mice from the rats, and picking and choosing a warpath to run, and linking ourselves with the hill to die on. It's gotta come down to a welcoming vibe, with an A and a self and a higher in mind. All have a lean either this way or that, and will be analyzed by what you impact. With the evil in the world trying to mess with your head, and you're sitting on the couch, you're thinking chivalry's dead. Each night, 2 nights, they're gonna sing you to bed. It's Big Hairy News.
Thanks, everyone. for hanging out with us this Friday evening. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and you come back and join us next Friday or next week. And I have no idea what is happening while Chewie is away, so I guess you'll find out. It'll be a surprise each day for who's on.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Dad might want to get Clint Smith. He's always a good one coming on. Who knows? But yeah, I'm sure we'll see you guys. We might turn up. Who knows? But at least you'll catch.
You just have to tune in to find out.
Right? Turn up and see if we're there. But have a good weekend, everyone. Stay safe.
Yeah, have a good wonderful weekend. I will definitely see you next Friday, though. And
yeah. Keep cool till after school, everyone.
Johnny.
Cocoots.
I don't know how to do this. There it is.